Hello and namaskar. Welcome to IIPA's special interview series. I'm Rakhi Bakshi. This is a very special interview because this is related to a very special course designed for you all UPSC aspirants. And these interviews with all those candidates who have already appeared multiple times for UPSC examination will only serve you better in understanding what it all entails in UPSC examination. So I'm going to talk to one of them, and her name is Pratyusha. Pratyusha, welcome to this show and special interview.
Thank you.
So, one thing that everybody would like to know, that what is the methodology, the kind of strategy that somebody who is preparing for UPSC adopts? Does it mean preparing in terms of long hours of study, or is it very methodical planning or structured kind of understanding of how I'm going to study and prepare?
It is viewed as a long hour study, but if you plan accordingly, if you plan effectively, effective hours of shorter time would give you more outcome rather than doing a longer study. So according to my strategy, three things are very important. First one would be syllabus. Just look at the syllabus, understand what UPSC wants from you. Second thing would be plan. You need to have a plan to achieve what you want to. Third one would be look at the previous year questions which UPSC has asked, and from there you'll know the demand of the UPSC, what it wants from you and what takes to attend those questions. So these are some of the things which are incorporated in my strategy which helped me reach till interview.
So for example, if you can share more, how many hours in a day somebody would say study the whole night? Is there anything specifically you would like to share here?
My personal experience is I would set a target of like 6 hours or 8 hours depending on my comfort. So this 6 hours should be like divided in accordingly periodically in a day and give you 100% in the 6 hours. Like say 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon and 2 hours in the evening. But give you 100% in those 2 hours. And this is enough for cracking the UPSC rather than studying for 12 hours and not concentrating in those 12 hours. So a plan and effective execution is important rather than studying for long hours.
Well said, actually. What about the resource materials? Would you like to also share the kind of resource materials you used, the kind of newspaper, publication, books, anything that you referred to or you would like to share with us here as to what UPSC aspirants, others who are watching, should study?
Ma'am, first thing would be study newspapers. Reading newspapers daily is a must. So every UPSC aspirant should read the newspaper. Second thing would be understand what is happening around you. Through newspapers you will understand that, and watch the debates and discussions on the national television so that you will know the analysis of that thing happening around you. Third one would be there are standard books for UPSC which are referred by many successful candidates. Keep those resources and read them and keep revising them. Keeping your resources small and revising them periodically will give you results. Running after many resources. So these are the things which helped me.
Tell us more about yourself. What are the subjects that you studied? What are the optionals that you referred to or adopted? So tell us more about your educational background as well.
Ma'am, I have done BTech in Civil Engineering from IIT Bhubaneswar. But I have chosen optional subject as anthropology in my UPSC Civil Services. The only thing why I have chosen anthropology is because civil engineering is very vast. So, and also I wanted a social science where I can study about society and people, which has always intrigued me. So I've chosen anthropology. For the aspirants, I would say, go for the subject which you are interested in, which keeps you motivated to study daily. And second thing would be resources. The amount of resources available for that subject is very important for choosing an optional subject.
Okay. Did you also talk to some of the seniors or experts in the field so that you gain more knowledge about it?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. There are seniors from our college and also professors in various universities. Whenever I had a doubt, a conceptual clarity is needed, I would contact any of them for the clarification. And also there are many YouTube videos and the websites these days which are giving us plethora of knowledge about anything under the sun. So we can make use of these resources for getting any clarity.
Okay, and this is one question that I am asking to many of you, is that this is your attempt at UPSC. Have you been employed, or is it a fresh perspective or a try that you're trying?
When I've given my first attempt, I was not employed. In my first attempt, I've reached till interview. But this is my third attempt where I have appeared for interview again. But right now I am working in Sports Authority of India. I would say even though you're working or not working, I think it is the effective amount of hours you're putting, and that's what makes important. Even though you're working, give 2 hours of time daily so that eventually you reach your goal.
In fact, I would like you to describe it a little further. Is that when you work, is it that you think that because of that work, you're also adding to your own insight and understanding, rather than not working maybe but still giving full time? Would you like to explain that a little?
Yes, ma'am. There are many scenarios in our work which help us in understand the subjects of the UPSC. Like right now, I'm working with Sports Authority of India. With this amount of work, I understand how the government works and how the economy and polity of the country works. So also, you're working in an organization helps in your preparation. So you never think that working is not helping in my preparation. So it also adds to your knowledge.
And what should be the timing? Like, I was talking to another candidate and he shared that, when do you start studying? So is there a timing that you'd like to talk about, that when do you start and when do you kind of end towards the exam?
Exam is like 4 or 5 months away. I study for lesser time, like 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours, and keep some time for rejuvenation and entertainment. But towards the end of my preparation, like right before my exam, I study for longer hours, like 10-12 hours, because it is required for the exam. So I think it should be a mix of everything in your day. It shouldn't only be study. That won't make you motivated for long. So it should be a mix of entertainment, family time, study, and meditation. All these things should be mixed.
Very well said. Meditation is important, you're saying, Pratyusha, and a little bit of rejuvenation, entertainment also, of course, very specifically helps only. But another question is that what keeps you motivated in a continued manner, in a sustained manner?
First thing I would say, motivation comes from our purpose. We should know why we have started this journey, why we wanted to become a civil servant. We should keep reminding ourselves that this will keep you going for longer time. Second thing would be understanding that you should keep yourself motivated than seeking external motivation.
So understanding your own self is very, very important. And as somebody said, that believing in yourself is also very, very important. Another thing that I'm also asking about is that what could be your other sources of learning? For example, you're reading from newspapers, publications, books. There is TV also, as you said. There is social media as well. But how much time should you give to that?
Social media, it has become a part of our life now. So it can be sometimes distracting to our preparation. So what we need to do is we have to put a time slot for that so that we can manage the time properly. The second thing would be whatever you are consuming, the content from the social media. In this preparation, you should try to relate to that content to your syllabus, so that even while enjoying the social media, you're always connected to your preparation. So while watching YouTube or any social media, you should make sure that it is related somewhat to your preparation. This way you can not go out of your preparation and keep focused.
How much, Pratyusha, do you think UPSC examination preparation helps in understanding our nation also? And also, once selected, how do you think one can contribute to the overall development of the nation? So hypothetically speaking, if one gets selected, you get selected, how can you make a difference?
First thing would be representation. If I get selected into civil services, a lot of women from my background, from my region, from my state will be motivated to become a civil servant too. Second thing would be studying of these subjects will understand the overall condition of our country, what needs to be done so that our country also developed and everybody has food in their plates, everybody has a roof under their head. These things are gained from this preparation. And when it comes to the development, by becoming a civil servant, we can serve the people directly. We can be in contact with them in first hand and get their problems known and solve their problems. I think this is one of the things which gives me satisfaction and wants me to aspire for civil services.
Some of the key points that one would maybe try to look at is, of course, discipline, the mental rigor. You talked about focus and concentration. Would you like to give some more tips to all those viewers who are watching us here?
Plan such that you won't plan for 12 hours of the day. Keep small goals, achieve them, and make it a bigger goal that you have achieved all the small goals. So plan small and execute it properly.
Pratyusha, is there anything, you talked about relaxing, you talked about, sometimes just let yourself be free so that you absorb much and adopt much. Would you like to share anything like that, your own insights or your own observations?
We need to take some breaks in the preparation so that we'll come back stronger and fresher after the break. So take regular breaks, especially on the weekends, so that you will be focused on the next day from the start of the week again. Also, be in touch with the positive people, surround yourself with positivity like family and friends. And the third one would be have a discussion group, have a friends of discussion who discusses about the preparation and keeps you motivated all the time.
Thank you so much, and very well shared here, Pratyusha, and we wish you all the best. So that was a very special interview with Pratyusha, a candidate who is preparing and attempting already towards the UPSC examination, already undergoing training as well. So we will be talking to some more candidates in future only to let you understand things better as to how you should prepare for UPSC examination, one of the toughest as they say, but of course one of the most prestigious as well. So thank you for watching this, and namaskar.